Hey guys, Robin Rosado here, Director of Instruction for Top Speed Golf, and today I'm going to talk about the bump and run. Make it really simple for you guys, and probably a go-to shot for you when you have these long chip shots with a lot of green to work with. All right guys, so let's get started working on that. Okay guys, so let's talk about the bump and run, what that really is, when you want to use it, and why it's just so really effective and kind of an easy go-to shot when you're struggling with your chipping. You know, I've got a really long shot here. Yeah, pros will probably take a wedge because they want to control the spin on it. They've practiced this a ton. Those guys are experts at what they do. So they are going to take a wedge. But for you guys who are just not or struggling with your chipping, this is going to be an easy way to get the ball rolling. You can see it like a putt and hopefully get close to the hole or in. So first thing we're going to talk about is our ball position. Right now I place it just off the inside part of my back foot, so which is my right foot. Inside part here. Don't want to put it too far up. That's actually going to put a little bit too much loft in the club, get too much air on it, and then we're kind of defeating the purpose of a bump and run. Don't want to put too far back. Then we're going to get too steep down on the ball. It may not hit it all that solid, and maybe kind of compromise here, and then kind of catch it a little thin. So just off the inside part of my back foot here. And now what we're going to do is we want to get the ball rolling. So there's a little bit of loft on the 7-iron, and you're going to get a little bit of air, so it's going to get you, I'm probably going to land this just onto the green, and it's just going to roll out. So all this, a little bit of loft that's on the 7-iron is going to carry all this fringe, because if I get this ball rolling, let's say if I use a putter here, I get this ball rolling, even though this grass is pretty nice, there's a pretty high chance that something's going to throw it offline. So with the 7-iron, I can still carry it just a little bit over this fringe and then get on the green and let it roll out like a putt. And one thing I do with these things, so I talk about ball position, but one thing I do with these bump and runs is I'm actually still trying to make it. Like I'm, reading it as a really long putt, not trying to lag it. This is obviously, you can see this ridge here. It's on a second tier. It's uphill, so it's going to definitely move right to left a ton. So when I'm hitting this shot, I still kind of want to read the green. I still want to see what it's going to do when it hits the green, but when it's rolling, kind of visualize it like a putt. It's going to break a ton out and then flatten out to the top tier there. So now we got the ball position, and talk about what we're going to do with our stance and how we're going to hit this shot. I actually take the same grip. Some people say, oh, you should do your putting grip. It's good. I don't necessarily try that, because when you're putting, you don't necessarily ever with your putter or practice it a big shot like this with your putting grip. So it's going to feel a little bit awkward if you try to go with your putting grip. I just take a normal grip. But what I do is choke down about 2 inches on the club. I have an Arcos thing on here, so I'm going to go in the reel here about 2 inches from there. And that's going to give me just a good feeling of control over what's going on with this club. And as you can see here, I'm using a lot of my shoulders, and that's kind of the third part about this, is you really want to maintain this triangle that we create here. There's not going to be really any wrist set at all. I want you to try to not have any wrist set. So you're going to take it back. Yeah, if you go a little bit further back, it's going to set just a fraction, but you want to have none here, and then through impact, I want to still maintain that triangle, point that club. So when you're doing this bump and run, I want you to hold your finish, still having a little bit of weight shift, still letting my hips open up just a little bit, and having my shoulders and arms connected, keeping this same triangle. That's really important to hit this shot solid, but also get it rolling and running as well. Okay, so now we have like this good moving triangle here moving. We're keeping that nice and steady. And the last part about this is we really want to try to get this club. We're going to have our hands a little bit higher, and we're actually going to have it a little bit more on the toe than we normally would. This club is going to set more on the toe. And the reason why we have that is we have it more down on the heel. That's actually going to cause us to get a little bit chunky, bringing in that heel, getting too steep. You can see how I'm creating like a little bit of a divot there. We don't want that. We want our hands a little bit higher, and that's actually going to mimic a little bit of a putting stroke here. So that triangle with the same grip. So let me hit one here for you guys. I'm going to see kind of where I want to land it, just off the green here. Use my shoulders, arms, and hands. Slow going through it. Have a good finish, and hopefully I can hit it in. Oh, I don't know if I got enough. Look how much that thing moved. That's crazy. But not bad. It's about 3 feet away. I can make that putt. So it gives me a better chance, for me at least, than a wedge to get it closer to the hole, get the ball rolling as fast as I can on the green, make it like a putt. All right, guys, so good luck working on that bump and run. I hope it's easy for you. I hope it takes off some strokes. And have fun and play well as always. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video talking about how to make this bump and run really easy for you. But this previous player is actually talking about chipping. I mentioned that briefly, using your wedges around the greens. It's really important because it helps you create spin, gets you looking like the pros. So watch that preview, then click on the iCard for that full version. That's gonna really teach you how to use your wedges around this green, chipping really well. All right guys, so good luck working on your short game. Hope your strokes get lower on that course. Have fun as always, and play well.
Chipping drill, we're gonna learn how to, different clubs are gonna control your trajectory differently. And I want you to set up on the front of the green about a 4-foot gap between two strings. So we're gonna have one string about a foot or two on the green. It's gonna carry farther in the air. So I've added another 4 feet of carry distance, but the amount that the ball rolls out is exactly the same. And because it has more loft, it's not gonna roll out quite as much. There we go. We see that ended up about where I want it to be. If I want it to